Hey, what's up, everybody? First, I want to talk a little bit about the evolution of AI. So, I kind of stumbled across a clip from 60 Minutes where they're talking about AI. There's a Taiwanese guy, and he's in China, and he's helping the Chinese develop AI, which I kind of have a problem with that because AI is going to be a weapon. It's already a weapon. So it's a weapon. It's a lot of things, but I don't know. I kind of have a problem with helping the communists with AI. But anyways, so for some reason, Scott Pelley's in China and he's talking about AI. So he talks about how AI does not know the what is occurring in this scene. So it's a scene of kids at school. So that was in January 2019. So I wanted to just take a look at whether ChatGPT can tell whether whether this is what is going on in this scene. It's kids at school. So
there's a lot of hype about artificial intelligence, and it's important to understand this is not general intelligence like that of a human. This system can read faces and grade papers, but it has no idea why these children are in this room or what the goal of education is.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a screenshot of these Chinese kids here, and I'm going to ask DALL-E what it is. So let's see if they can tell what this scene is. So okay, I'm gonna go over here. Let me grab this. Go here. Let's ask DALL-E what that is. See what they think. See what it thinks. Okay, so it's giving me a little bit of trouble there. Let me try again. Okay, I'm going to ask, what is this? So DALL-E says, this image appears to be a screenshot from a television program, possibly a documentary or news segment, as indicated by the logo 60 Minutes, which is a well-known television news magazine broadcast. The scene shows a classroom with students wearing uniforms focused on their work or a lesson. They're surrounded by textbooks and other study materials, suggesting an educational setting. The blackboard is in the background, along with the overall classroom layout. Is typical of a learning environment. Okay, so I put the picture into DALL-E, which is one of ChatGPT's programs, and I just the first time I did it, it basically just told me exactly what the picture was. I put it in again, and then it had a little bit of the, you can see the video bar at the bottom, and ChatGPT said that it was inappropriate, and then I took another screenshot with 60 Minutes without the video bar, and I asked what it is, and it said this image appears to be a screenshot from a television program, possibly a documentary or a news segment, as indicated by the logo 60 Minutes, which is a well-known television news magazine broadcast. The scene shows a classroom of students wearing uniforms, focused on their work or a lesson. They are surrounded by textbooks and other study materials, suggesting an educational setting. The blackboard is in the background, along with the overall classroom layout. It's typical of a learning environment. So, my point with this is just to say that since 2019, they had the super sophisticated AI that they were doing in China, and basically this guy was probably he was working on facial recognition, and which I think is completely dystopian. The whole idea of the computers recognizing people and the government be able to find out where you are just by your image, and China is obviously pioneering the surveillance state. I mean, we probably have it everywhere now, just from what's in our pocket. But I digress from that just to say that in 2019, ChatGPT or any other AI couldn't tell you from a picture what it was. Now it can tell you that that's a classroom. And it was able to tell you that there's a teacher in the background, so it could differentiate between the youths here and the teacher. So I think if I was to look at this picture, I could also probably tell it was probably in China based on their uniforms and that they're all the same race and they're all Chinese looking. And it didn't say that, but let me ask it and see if it'll tell me, because sometimes they don't like, because of their program, they don't want to look at race, I guess. Just how they've been trained, or how it has been trained. So let's try it again. I'm gonna ask it again what the race is. Okay. Can you guess what country this is? Let's see. So I'm kind of asking it to make an assumption based on how people look, so they might not. So they say East Asia, based on the style, the uniforms and educational environment are consistent with what is commonly seen in countries like China, South Korea, or Japan. So you've already gone from what Scott Pelley was saying, which was, AI can't tell you why the kids are here, to now it can tell you why the kids are there. And I'm going to ask you, can you guess the specific country? So sometimes you encounter this thing with the AI or ChatGPT, where they don't want to make assumptions based on race, but so they're saying, okay, well, it's probably somewhere where they speak Chinese, so that could be China, Taiwan, or Singapore. I think the school uniforms in China and Taiwan, they do look similar. My point here is just to say that ChatGPT can basically tell you anything about the picture now. So it wasn't able to do that in 2019, which was the kind of the leading edge in 2019. Now, very easily, even on a consumer level, like just I pay $20 a month for this. The technology that was in that Scott Pelley was talking about probably wasn't even available to the public. So I hope you all found this interesting. Please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.